A lot of people are saying nowadays that anxiety and depression rates are higher than they've ever been. Whether or not we have the data to support that is yet to be seen, but we do already know for a fact that anxiety and depressive disorders are the most commonly diagnosed, and it's just really common to feel anxiety, whether it's diagnosable or not. However, there's a very, very small percentage of people who either go to get help or just take the time to learn what they need to learn in order to take control of their thoughts and their life to live in freedom again. So if this sounds interesting for you, you want to make sure you watch to the end, because I'm going to teach you how to understand your thoughts and take control. My name is Meli Rentas, and I have been passionate about helping people live a joyful, peaceful life by understanding themselves and others just a little bit better. Been doing this for over 12 years at this point. And so I want to begin by letting you know that number one, anxiety is a normal human emotion, and it's very, very common. Even though a lot of people may make you feel like it's just all in your head, that's literally not the case. And that's what I'm talking about today. It's interesting because anxiety really does start in your brain, which is in your head, but your brain is a real physical thing. It's not made up and, make believe. So I'm going to share a little bit, just briefly about the brain and anxiety and how it works. In other videos, I've mentioned how anxiety is related to your fight or flight or freeze response, which keeps you safe. It's literally something God put in your body to keep you safe. Obviously, over all the many years that humans have been on Earth, our response to anxiety and to our environment is a little different. We don't have to worry too much about predators or things like that. It's important to know that anxiety actually is a dynamic thing that happens in your brain, and it involves several parts of your brain, and it usually pretty much starts in the amygdala, and that is considered the danger center of the brain. The amygdala is what will send signals to other parts of your brain and body in response to any danger or threat. So usually what happens is there's a signal sent from the amygdala to the hypothalamus. Then the hypothalamus sends signals to the rest of your body, and that's when you release cortisol and adrenaline. Those are the two major stress hormones. And that then creates all those physical symptoms and signs that you may experience in your body. And I'll share a whole list of 12 with you in just a second or two. But before I get into that, I want to add a couple more pieces. Now, there's the front part of your brain right here. And if you got a big forehead like me, yours is really big too. But in the prefrontal cortex, that's what makes us distinctly human, and that's where we make decisions and where we think and rationalize and what have you. And what happens with people who are dealing with a lot of high anxiety is you end up just deciding that the event is dangerous, where maybe it wasn't, and it's more so a response to your physiological response more so than the event, the situation, or the trigger. So if you want to learn about how to take those thoughts captive and how to nip it in the bud related to your thoughts and your decision making, then make sure you check the description for the whole playlist that I have several videos on how to do that. But right now I'm just going to share with you briefly the physical symptoms so that you can start to develop that awareness, because just having that ability to know what's going on in your body and name it and understand it is so freeing. So here's a list of the 12 typical signs that people have. You may not have all 12. You may have just a few of these or a bunch of these, but here we go. Number 1, increased heart rate, heart palpitations. Number 2, shortness of breath. 3, chest pain and pressure. 4, a choking sensation. 5, you may have dizziness. 6, sweating, hot flashes, chills. 7, nausea or upset stomach. 8, trembling or shaking. 9, tingling or numbness in the arms or the legs. 10, weakness or feeling faint. 11, tense muscles. Or 12, dry mouth. So right then and there, you can see a whole list of physical symptoms. So it's quite literally not all in your head. It's in your body too. If you want to learn more about your physical health and how it can directly impact your brain, your body, your anxiety, and your quality of living day to day. Please make sure that you subscribe and turn on notifications because I have many more videos on that coming up soon.